Hello, and welcome back to the Road to Innsmouth podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Matt.
I'm Gareth.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to Season 2.
Back on the road.
After a long hiatus due to, obviously, the pandemic and work and family commitments, but we are now back on the road and here to actually discuss our first investigation we've done for quite a while.
A new passenger in the car.
We do indeed have a new passenger. So
Have a hitchhiker along the way.
Yeah. Fortunately, he's good with the camera, so it really helps.
Not letting him out of the car now.
Probably.
So, this is kind of a podcast to sort of introduce you all to what we do, who we are, and talk about our latest investigations.
Well, at least one.
At least, we've done a couple now, but we're here going to talk about the first one. Yeah. So, where have we been?
In 2 lockdowns.
We've been to 2 lockdowns and more.
We've all had it though and survived, so that's not bad.
We're all here, stronger than ever.
The latest victim.
Already.
Exactly. So.
But you sound better actually. On the last, you were still a bit croaky for now.
Yeah, no. Throat and chest much better. Feeling more 100%, more like myself.
So should we talk about what the plan is for the next few episodes? Or
yeah, let's do that, and then we can have a talk about what we've been doing. Yeah, let's go.
Talk about. We've got lots of plans, haven't we? Really, YouTube channel with live recorded investigation.
Yep. So we've already got one up there.
Yeah.
And another one to hopefully come up soon.
Yeah. They're 2 different things, aren't they? Because we've got Shadows in the Forest.
Yeah. So we've
episode 1, which is up now.
Kind of going on. We're kind of having like running multiple seasons, I guess, but at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're having sort of a set of investigations based on like woodland hauntings or creatures in the woods. We're going to have a set of indoor-based investigations, be that sort of either large or small, like property venues, and then we're also going to have a secondary outside one, but that'll be more like churchyards and anything that doesn't really, like non-woodland. That also, so that could be like ancient sites as well and things like that.
Old castle.
Yeah. So that is the plan moving forward, and it's moving forward quite well and quite fast. So that's excellent.
We got Shadows.
Yep.
We've got Haunted in the Dark. Is it? Do we agree on Haunted in the Dark?
Yep.
Yeah, Haunted in the Dark. Episode 1, which would be Plagues and Smugglers.
Yep. And that's
we didn't want to give away the location.
No. I think that's right. Yeah.
I want to go there in the actual village and church.
And then moving forward, we're going to go to some places we visited before that we've kind of investigated before but not as part of Road to Innsmouth, and lots of brand new places.
Yeah. And then all in between that, we're going to be releasing a podcast just talking about the strange and scary.
Yeah, and more general, like we're going to cover one of our favourite subjects or one of our each time.
So each episode is going to be one of our choices.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with yours, Matt.
Can start with one of mine, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
This new boy wants to go first.
I've got a few ideas in my head.
Okay. Have you got one already, Matt?
Not. Can you tell us? Are you going to tell us what it is, and then we're all going to do our own little research and bring what we got to the table?
Yeah, I haven't decided which one. I've got about 3 I might choose yet, so I will. Yes, I will put it to you guys, and then we can bring our own individual thoughts and then discuss our thoughts, I think, as the podcast.
So we'll all know beforehand. It won't be a surprise in the day.
No, it won't be a surprise, but we won't know what each other thinks of the subject.
No, that's cool. So we could all bring the same stuff to the table. Someone might have found something that the others couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be quite an interesting way of doing it. So.
Yeah. I have got a book of railway ghosts which I've had for some time.
You found it?
I have, yeah. There's some quite interesting material in there we could take a look at. A lot of different things, a lot of different types of hauntings and that sort of thing.
Season 3, it's haunted. Are there any local ones?
Yeah, spread out all over the country. Plenty around London and places like that.
Are there any abandoned ones?
Yeah, I'd have to read through the book again, but there probably is. There's a lot of abandoned stations and places. Lots of interesting stories and accidents which happened over the years and sort of ghost stories associated with that.
I remember seeing the video of, do you remember the Elementals map?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing now, but they went to a place just outside, which was an old railway train station.
Yeah, that like with the underground tunnel and everything.
Yeah, and there was like devil worshipping, there was markings and stuff like that. But you had to sneak in through like a fence line and crawl through a hole to get to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Where it was, but it was somewhere just outside London. They were from Surrey, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it was near there.
Cool.
video's still online, so I'm sure we can probably watch it and work out where it is.
Yeah, it's still there. The channel's still up there. I just don't think I've done anything in a while.
No. I have messaged to see what they're up to. Because at one point we were going to have them on our podcast.
Yeah.
We're just explorers, the ghost hunters, didn't we? So.
Yeah, that's right. But they just they've sort of kind of fallen off a bit. I guess like life takes over, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you don't know what happened during COVID.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. So yeah, we've got a few things in the pipeline.
Yeah, definitely. There's quite
A few other things to talk about. I'm sure other stuff will come up at some point.
Yeah.
I won't overload ourselves before we even start about that.
Well, we're hoping as well that people will send in their own stuff and have a look at maybe things they've heard. Some of our followers on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, I put a Facebook post out today asking for, and one asking just for people's tales on Instagram and Twitter. I think I put it on Instagram, and then I put something on Twitter, on Facebook, asking for more local stories and tales of places we were visiting. I thought that'd be quite interesting. Have someone actually tell us their experience, even if it's just in a voice message or we read it out during the investigation.
Yeah.
I had that report. Well, I didn't have that report. I read that report I sent you. Well, you saw Kristen Forest Black Cat about a week ago, just in front of someone down where we were going to go anyway, around that area, weren't we? Westing.
Yeah.
Seemed to be the place where the deers and that are. But then are we still doing, when we do Friston the first time, we're going to go to the S village? It's no longer there.
It's Exceed, isn't it? Is it
Exceed? That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Some of the remains of that plague there. That was wiped out by plague as well.
Yeah, I think that'd just be quite an interesting thing to
look at. There's a
look
grave
at.
there as well.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
There's a ley line up there as well we'd like to follow.
As well?
A ley line up there we'd like to follow as well.
Yeah, that goes from Longman to right the way through to one of the burial places up there. Burial mounds, ancient burial mounds. But it goes from it starts at a tree, like the oldest yew in the UK, next to this church in the graveyard. It starts at and then it works its way up. Through Longman, which has got its history. But that could be an episode in itself, just following that path.
Yeah.
We're going through a few burial mounds, following that, I think.
Yeah, that'd be quite interesting.
See if there is anything to this ley line theory that spirits follow the path. Or
sort of scriptures and associated with it.
Longman's got a white dog that's there.
That's it.
And there's loads of fairies as well, tales, the fae folk around that area.
Yeah, there's lots of like old Celtic mythology.
There's an old fairy castle used to be around there. We went up through it once, Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sort of pagan association with it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got the giant, obviously he's based on, they believe to be an actor. There's quite a lot up there, isn't there? Shucks, is it? Shucks?
Yeah, there's Shucks, and it's kind of got a whole host of stuff actually.
We've got a few episodes up there.
Yeah, good. But
yes. We could either end up getting scrambled together into one big long one, like the ley line, the woods, the big cats, or we can just use them as separate tales.
Yeah, it's sort of, there's lots of options, so we could have a sort of see how it all fits together, I guess, when we do it.
Yeah, I think if we concentrate on ECAT, SCAT, was it?
Exceed.
Exceed, because we're talking about big cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Cool.
That's the next one, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, that'll be the next one.
Are you still going to go there for a day rec if we're doing there, or we're going to go to the day rec and do the Black Cats, try and work out maybe the beginning of that episode in the daylight, which film it is?
I don't know, actually.
Because I don't know if we need to, because we know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
That corner behind the building, so we know where we're going to look for it.
Yeah, we probably don't need to. We could probably just go there for the beginning in daytime.
Yeah, day trip. Just do the big cats and find some places.
Yeah.
Follow some of these reports into Westing. There can only be one path into Westing that's straight that you see something across.
Yeah. Cool. Yes. The other main part of today was actually discuss our first investigation we done, wasn't it?
Yeah. Jamie's first ever.
Jamie's first ever, which was
with us. I don't know if you've done it before.
Yeah, and it was a very interesting investigation as well. Some interesting findings.
Yeah. Was it your first time?
It was my first time.
You've never done it before?
No, I've been on ghost walks, and it was the first sort of proper investigation I've been on.
Yeah, that's good.
You want to sort of talk about some of the background behind it, because it's sort of we heard from a family friend.
Yeah. I think I'll briefly, because we had covered it previously, but yeah, it was a friend of my mum's actually seen while he was out walking on been a leap year in February. Saw this strange, this like really young girl playing on a log. It was around sundown, so it'd been at that time like 4:30, I guess. And she was just dressed in a really thin, like either long dress or like a kind of nightie, playing on a log. And he went up to check on her because he was a bit worried because it was really cold, being February, and her being young, not being able to see like any adults around. And when he approached her, the dog he was walking backed away and refused to go near her and sort of cowered behind him. And when he asked if she was okay, she kind of had a really blank expression on her face and was just like, yes, I'm fine. And sort of felt really odd about talking to her. So he like backed out and sort of left her to it and started to walk her way. And then he didn't feel comfortable doing that. So he went to walk back to check on her and she disappeared basically. And that's kind of where we picked it up.
Yeah, and actually in Road to Innsmouth's previous version, if you like, you actually recorded a really interesting EVP on your first visit.
Yeah.
We did.
You know where it's gone though, do we? That's the problem.
No, I even found some of the old recordings and it still wasn't on there.
You sent me one. It was a really bad recording, corrupted over the years or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, at the time it was I was recording while we were chatting, wasn't I? And
Yeah.
it was just really faint, like girl singing in the background, which is really interesting. And we hadn't caught it at the time.
That was the first time we went.
Yeah, that was the first time we went there. Yeah,
Was that around February time?
that was. We deliberately went around in February the next year, I think it was.
Yeah.
No.
And what? You went there like 3 years later? No.
Yeah, then we went 8 years later, and then yeah, so that was
That was really muddy, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like after they'd gone back to back storms. Yeah.
You didn't get any.
Yeah, that was just at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah, because we went to Tesco's and everyone was panic buying.
Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago, and then we went back to this one.
We certainly did capture something this time, didn't we? Because we got one evening, one of the investigations.
Yeah, sounds like we got a EP. But then we heard some strange noises as well, didn't we? Banging. But when you went off, we thought we saw some shadow walking going across between trees, so you went over how big it would be scale-wise, and if you pick up anything. And you heard that drumming sort of sound, and me and Jamie were over by the fallen tree, and we thought we could hear some.
Yeah, it was really odd.
Sound.
Yeah, we caught it on the video as well.
Yeah, it's a strange sound, isn't it? Yeah, he repeats it at the end of the episode, so if anyone wants to watch it and hear it, they can. See what they think it is. It's very unusual. Nothing around there that we think could have done that.
Yeah, I mean, it got some quite intense temperature drops, but unfortunately, being outside, you'd never know, do you, with that, whether it's just being outside that caused the temperature drop as opposed to it being something else. But that was quite interesting because that sort of coincided with some of the stuff that happened.
There was the odd movements and stuff, but that could being in the woods and getting dark, you start.
Yeah, it was amazing how dark that wood got, how fast.
That was what a couple of people said to me about why do we do it in the daytime, and they watched it. They said it could have been better in the dark. When the girl was first originally saw, it was at sunset.
Yeah, it was like at 4 o'clock, so it
wasn't dark. It wasn't night time. It was getting dark, maybe 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. No, 4 o'clock sunset. So being there when we were there made sense.
Yeah, exactly. So, and yeah, it was like quite covered, that wood actually. Because when you went back outside and left the wood, it was still fairly bright, but going inside the wood, you're like, oh, we need torches now.
Yeah, because it was the middle of the summer, wasn't it? So it was like the longest days we come.
Yeah, and it was still pretty dark.
Because when we went to the last one, it got dark half.
Yeah.
It was getting dark by 9, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What did you like about it, Jamie? How did you feel?
Yeah, it's definitely a very spooky location, wasn't it? It was definitely a bit of an atmosphere. I think we got to the second site. I think you were sort of some goosebumps as well. I remember you saying on video that you felt like there was somebody watching. That was just before we got that first EVP.
Yeah, when we were around that tree, it just felt a bit. We had a couple of cold spots. It just felt uneasy. The atmosphere, other places in the woods that we've been. Even when we went back to the actual original fallen tree where we thought it was, it didn't feel anything like it did at that fallen tree at the back.
No.
I do wonder if we did have the right tree to start with.
Yeah, it's hard to know, isn't it? It was a bit too of a general.
Because we did walk around chatting, didn't we? And the first time we were there, so did we pick the EVP up when we walked past that tree the first time? EVP then?
I honestly don't know, to be honest. I don't know where we were the first time.
No, it could have been there, couldn't it? We could have picked up pretty different, not realised.
But yeah, it was really interesting. Actually, it was it definitely didn't feel like, I wouldn't say it was threatening at all.
No, it just felt different.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that comes across when we film it.
No, that's true. But yeah, and the camera actually makes it look a bit lighter than it was. It was actually quite a bit darker than when we were there.
You know, I noticed on the second one because obviously it was in the dark.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, very dark with the second one. But I thought it was good. Start to our investigations.
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to get back into it, and to a site it's probably a good and kind of probably put a line under that. I don't think we'd probably go back there again.
No, well, maybe not link yet.
Oh well, maybe that's true. Yeah, maybe we could do that.
Is there anything in the research you did before that suggests any sort of girls have gone missing there or died or anything like in the past of the place?
Nothing that I could find. I looked. There wasn't even like a home like a homeless shelter or anything in that area. It's literally fields before it was a woodland.
Yeah, no, they were, yeah, but it's quite an old woodland. It's been there a while.
Yeah, it's quite old, but it's always been surrounded by farmland, and it's not been. But I mean, it's just a small town, so potentially people have gone and never been reported, I guess. But
It's what she was wearing as well, so it was old style Victorian clothing for white.
yeah, it's really hard to know from like the general description. But yeah, it was she was very pale, thin, long white dress or nightie with long dark hair covering her face. So
Not a million miles from the hospital, though. I think the hospital being there.
I don't know actually.
So it's always been like a cottage hospital.
Yeah, it's always been a hospital there.
They do more.
But I don't know if that's a new build over the old one or whether it moved. No, I'd have to look into it actually.
There's no reports of anyone being deaf.
No, nothing I could see that would at least immediately jump out at you like, oh, that could be it.
Yeah, we couldn't find anything. That's why we don't know if it was an actual. Apart from the two EVPs we had from it.
Yeah.
We don't know if it was a real girl. Just freaked them out and she lived on the estate.
Yeah, indeed. And like the other thing, like we said, when you're outside, it's amazing how much sound travels.
Yeah.
And that's something you've always got to be aware of. I think you're doing stuff like this.
Yeah, we was quite close to that park, skate park.
Yeah.
You could hear the sound when we were there this time. We were walking around, but it seemed to get louder in places and quieter in places. It makes sense how close we was or how far away we had it was.
No, yeah, the sound did definitely bounce around weirdly there.
There was also plenty of dog walk.
Yeah.
Which we didn't have when we were obviously back there in the quiet.
Yeah. It was much quieter than it was this time. So, but yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
I was really pleased with how the video turned out. Sort of our first attempt at the rebooted show. It was a really nice episode. A lot of interesting things found in it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it came out really, really well, actually. Yeah, you've done a really good job on that.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I'm really looking forward to putting the next episode together.
Yeah, good to see because you've got plenty of footage this time, haven't you? More footage to play with.
Yeah, about 45 minutes. There's loads of footage. I don't know if you caught anything in the EVPs as well that you recorded.
Still going through them. Not yet, I don't think.
There's nothing I had.
Yeah, so
about the one that you said about earlier.
Yeah, I've got about 20 minutes left to go through, so we'll see.
Hard to tell. I think we were saying earlier that we might have to stop using all the equipment and sort of stand there and do EVPs rather than keep recording while we're all doing stuff. We just end up losing what we're trying to find.
Yeah, there's so much air contamination, sound contamination.
Yeah.
Maybe leave it recording at one location while we go.
Yeah, that's another possibility. We could have left it with one recording by the door or something and see if we got any knocks while we were gone.
Yeah, because
If we stop, stand, be quiet, and do some short bursts as well. Turn all the equipment off and do the silence.
Yeah.
Because even just walking, you can hear the footsteps, can't you? The rustling of the leaves in the background.
Yeah, and a gravel path and stuff. It's
I did on the one I got. You obviously hear us say it sounds like someone's walking behind us. They both turn around quite. I don't know if you actually had that on video when we were leaving, Jen.
Yeah, I do. I did have that.
I wonder if it's picked up the sound because you can't tell when you can hear footsteps, but you can't tell that one of them is not us. You just hear the gravel, and then that's going. It sounds like someone was behind us. Then. Big footprint, like a proper footstep. We both thought we saw some grey. Oh, we're talking about a different one now.
I don't know if you want to give sort of a little preview of the upcoming.
Yeah. It was definitely completely different, aren't they? These two episodes.
Yeah, completely different. I think we're improving every time as well. So.
Yeah, each time we do an episode, we're going to learn how to sort of investigate better, use better methods, hopefully better equipment in the future.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Maybe I'll cut a few bits, come up with other ways.
Definitely go back to what...
You can get those little jingle bells.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah.
Leave them on a flat surface somewhere. If they can be moved, they can make a noise. They will pick something.
Good as well to get.
You can string it to something.
Be good as well to get extra cameras, maybe one for each, but we can sort of get more footage and have it recording at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see what other people see compared to what you see.
Show the same event from multiple angles.
Yeah.
It'd also be good to get some decent lights, sort of be able to sort of film in the dark a bit easier, and get some better footage, because I think on the first episode, when it was starting to get dark, the camera quality sort of degrades.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to find some way of carrying stuff down as well. We've all got a camera, then it'd be quite handy if we could get some more K2s. Then we could do yes or no answers between the K2s, light this one up. Like that
Yeah, that'd be quite an interesting
yes, for this one. And they're quite cheap now, considering how much I paid for my last one. You saw online for 20 odd quid, didn't you, Jay? Or eBay.
Yes, not expensive at all.
Wasn't there like 2 for 25 or something like that at one point? They're not. You can leave them dotted around.
Yeah.
Actually, those REM pods, those £30 REM pods are quite good. Blue light, the little aerial red line that I sent you a link for. Did I send it to you or did I send it to the group?
I think it's to the group.
They were like 30 quid each, weren't they?
Yeah.
I just find a few videos how to make, I don't know which is cheaper.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, actually, yeah. But yeah, we get some more stuff and see what works for us, I think.
I like the idea of those lights at the centre.
Yeah.
Outdoor lights that you walk into the garden every one, wouldn't they? Trying to find
Yeah.
some powered ones of them. Leave them dotted like down pathways and stuff like that. Something walks towards it and it should, in theory, light it up.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a good idea.
I wanted to take the sensor out of it and use it on something else, but just on their own, having that light come on if something's there.
We're also talking about adding the planchette as well, which is an interesting bit of equipment.
The drawing thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the automatic writing. Well,
definitely something which would be good if we ever investigated a building or.
What's it called?
What was that?
Is it planchette?
Yeah, planchette.
Is that what they call the bit in the Ouija board?
No, they might do, yeah.
Yeah, planchette, Ouija board. You can't see on it, but there is. I thought the drawing one might be just one pencil.
Yeah.
Pretty make one.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to make one.
It's just to raise the groundswell.
Yeah, make it very easy. Yeah.
Was there anything you wouldn't have done in this episode? You would change?
How do you mean?
Well, if you went back there tomorrow to film again.
We'd probably plan it out a bit better.
Yeah.
I think the first time we sort of winged it essentially, just kept the cameras rolling, filmed everything, we chopped it up, and actually turned out with something quite good. But if I was going to do it again, we'd probably plan it out a bit better.
Yeah. Maybe get some more B-roll with it.
Exactly, yeah, and it'd be good to sort of, there's quite a lot of dead space, and there's more than I'd like. It'd be good to sort of have the pace of it together, because there's always something to happen, always something to watch, always something interesting going on screen.
Yeah, it's hard to if there's nothing going on there, which we'll probably get in some episodes.
Well, that's the magic of editing. Telling a story, the footage you capture. Yeah, work on the next episode now. Capture some really interesting phenomena. I'm really looking forward to sort of sharing the finished product.
Yeah, it should be great. Really looking forward to seeing it, and hopefully everyone else looking forward to seeing it as well. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's sort of kind of what we wanted to cover this episode, wasn't it? Just a welcome back from us and kind of what we've been up to.
Welcome to Jamie.
Welcome to Jamie.
Joining the team.
And just say, everyone, if you can, to stop by and have a look at our YouTube, because it's up there, and Jamie's excellent filming's up there, so which makes it quite a bit more interesting than last time. So
check out all our social medias.
Yeah, check out our social medias. This podcast will be up in all the normal places you can get podcasts. So feel free to subscribe, and we will be. I think we're going to sort out an actual schedule soon, so you'll know when and where things are going up.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you all for listening, and hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned, because there'll be many more to come.
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you later.
See you all soon.
Be safe.